Today's garage cooking lesson is not about cooking at all. It's about processing deer. I'm just back from a Texas hunt. Shot two deer, had tags for 4, shot one nice 8-point buck, and one large doe. This being half of the backstrap of one of the deer. And I'm going to do a number of steps, but what this step is turning this into these fine fillets, and I'll end up with about 20 pounds of venison fillet, which is just awesome. I'm all set up here, and the way I set up to work on venison is meat that has been rinsed and the hair's off of it, and it's all ready to meet Rhonda's spec, because she won't like it if it doesn't look like meat from the store. Doing that, this is the cuttings that I won't keep. This was meat that's good enough to go in the hammer, but isn't good enough to make a steak. And you can see those steaks there. They really are handsome. Now I will take them over here to the cuber. Okay, and what the cuber does, it puts these little slices in them to tenderize them. And it'll just make it much easier to cut and eat when they're done. So I will do all of these one at a time. Okay, now I'm grinding and making patty sausage. What I did was I bought 5 pounds of organic pork suet, and I ground it. I froze it, and then I ground it in the grinder in half-pound batches. And so what I did then was I took 5 pounds of meat according to the directions and put the spice in it for the sausage. I will grind it. It'll come out as patty sausage. It'll lead a little bit with fat. And then it will come out here ground up, and then Rhonda will start to wrap it. And then I'll do the same thing with 5.5 pounds of meat with 1/2 pound of fat. And I will grind it that way, and that will make our burger. So here's how it works. I'll step on the thing, throw some fat in there, some more meat, a little bit of fat, some more meat, a little bit of fat, some more meat. And that's how you do it. Okay, we're pretty much done with the cleaning. You can see there's nothing quite like a freezer full of meat going into the winter. This is a big chunk I kept for jerky. Got some stew meat, tenders and steaks, and a lot of hamburger for the winter. So we're pretty much done with that. Certainly done with the part that Rhonda would be involved with. And so what I'm going to do now is cut up this heart. But I really think that I will be eating that alone, because Rhonda will have nothing to do with it. And this is the heart. First thing you do is you cut the plumbing off the top, leaving you pretty much the 2 main compartments of the heart, left chamber, right chamber. Here's the finished product. It's pretty easy, actually. Cut the plumbing off the top, take the fat around the top. Fat's kind of tallowy, that hard fat that you'll find in the animals. And when it's done and cleaned up, looks like this. These pieces originally were together like that. And it looks like good meat. But I can assure you that I will be trying it by myself. Miss Rhonda is having none of that. Happy Thanksgiving.